Today, we're going to introduce the Rider X, the first and last paramotor we think you're ever going to need. Hey guys, this is Kyle from Fly Products USA, and today we want to introduce to you the Fly Products Rider X. So with the Rider X, the versatility is something that we know is important to almost everybody out there. And with the Rider X, we're able to put on a smaller cage and a larger cage. Now, for example, on the smaller cage, you can accommodate up to 130 centimeter propeller for those days where you don't need the power or you are not going to be using it on a trike, for example. You want to pack it up small and throw it into the pickup. Smaller cage is great. Now you can also go to the bigger cage, which it can accommodate up to 140 centimeter propeller, and that might be something that you want to use on a trike, or if you just need the extra power if you're in the mountains, or if you're a bigger person and you just want the bigger cage. So with the Rider X, we have a ton of versatility. You can use 4 different type of cages with the one base frame. They all use the same size spars, so there's no need to swap spars. So you can use those 4 cages. You have a single hoop smaller cage, a single hoop larger cage, a double hoop small cage, and a double hoop large cage. Now what you can do with those 4 cages is completely up to you. However, with the smaller cages, we've found that for travel and for smaller pilots, it is a great workaround to be able to travel in an RV or in your car. And for the larger cages, for example, if you want to fly it on a trike, you can put a larger cage which accommodates a much larger prop, up to 140 centimeter prop, without having to change anything. So you can have several different cages with your same unit. Now, when we use the double cages, we recommend those for trikes or beginners because it allows more prop protection. With all of these cage options, this is the only paramotor out there that gives you all of these options to be able to swap between 4 different cages of separate sizes and with the single hoop or the double hoop, as well as the strength of that double hoop in order to do tandems and bringing it on all 3 different types of trikes that this one paramotor can fit on, as well as flying foot launch. The original Rider was known for its strength and its versatility. Now with the Rider X, we've improved upon that and made it even better. The Rider X has a base frame that is much thicker than the original Rider, and the spars go from 12 millimeters to 14 millimeters, which have also increased the strength for things such as trike launching and forward inflations. It is also able to take much more of a beating and take a lot more wear and tear than the original Rider due to its strength modifications. One of the other key points that makes the Rider X so versatile is the ability to also run 3 different gas tanks. You can run a 10 liter, a 14 liter, or an 18 liter, depending upon what you are trying to do with the engine, whether you're doing cross country, acro, or a beginner and you just want a little bit less weight on your paramotor.
Hey, we just wanted to demonstrate that even with the extra large cage that accommodates the 140 centimeter prop, this motor still fits into the back of a mid-size pickup truck in a couple of different orientations. You can see with a mid-size pickup, we've got just enough room for it to lay that way and then put a strap around the Rider X. The other way that we travel when we're out at the field and we're transporting several motors at a time, and we can stack 4 motors into the back of this mid-size pickup, is I can orient it latitudinally to the truck bed, and you can see you still have a couple inches on each side, and that way we can stack 3 more motors in front of it, or technically behind it. If you don't have a pickup truck or a car carrier, or it's just not convenient to use those means because let's say you've got weather and all you have is a car, and just put it in your back seat. I'm going to demonstrate that now. I can just leave it right there upright in the back seat and wedge it in a little bit, and it's good to go.
The new harness on the Rider X is something that's been improved after years and years of R&D and research from Fly Products. This particular harness comes in 2 different sizes. You have wide and narrow. Each of those harnesses are compatible with most builds. I'm 125 pounds and I can fly the wide with no problems, and I can also fly the narrow with no problems. On the bottom of the harness, you have an adjustment for your height, so if you're a shorter person or a taller person, you can adjust that on the wide and the narrow harness itself. It also, of course, comes with a reserve pocket and a side pocket. Now, you can mount 3 reserves on this machine at one time if you so chose, 1 on each side and 1 on the front. You can also go with what I like to do is a reserve on one side and the Fly Products pocket on another, allowing you to have things on one side and your reserve and you can also decide to run a front mount at the same time. So there are so many options that you can run. 2 reserves, 1 pocket, 3 reserves, or 2 pockets if you so chose to do that. With the Rider X harness being able to be removed within 30 seconds, it is a key feature that most pilots look for and that no other paramotor offers. We can take the harness off and throw it in the car. When would you need this? When you're traveling down the highway and it starts raining and you need to get your harness, your reserve, and the snacks that are in your side pocket into your car sooner than later. Another reason being able to pull the Rider X harness off quickly is because if you have to do engine maintenance, for example, if you have to work on your starter, you can remove the harness and get direct access to your starter. What it also offers is if you decide that you want to fly it on a trike, you can remove the harness within that 30-second time frame and put it immediately onto a flash cruiser or a Vertigo trike. The advantages of the Rider swing arms is that they are 1 to 2 inches wider than the vast majority of other paramotor swing arms on the market. This allows you to have better weight shift and to fit a larger person inside of the Rider X. The other advantages of the swing arms on the Rider is how adjustable they are. You're able to adjust several different key points depending on your size and your flying style. The Fly Products Rider X is an extremely portable paramotor, which can be broken down in less than 3 minutes. You simply take the cage off, it takes about 2 minutes, and you have 6 spars, and then the harness can be removed in under 30 seconds. Once you break all of that down, it can be thrown into your car. But then people wonder, it's gonna smell like gas in my car now. There's a shut-off valve, and you can lay this paramotor down completely flat with fuel in the tank, and it will not smell up your car, and it will not leak gas into your vehicle.
Okay, on the Rider X, if you need to lay it down in the back of your truck or car flat, and you don't want to worry about fuel leaking out of the vent line, all Rider X's have a vent line valve that you can close just by turning it horizontally to the vent line, and then there's no way that the fuel can get back up this line. Then we can go ahead and take the Rider X, if it's more convenient to do so, and we can just lay it down flat in the back of the car or truck, and we're not going to get fuel all over the place, even though there is still fuel in the tank.
On the Fly Products USA website, what you see is what you get. The price on the website reflects free shipping, as well as all of the extra goodies included that you want as a pilot. You get a reserve pocket, a side pocket, a tachometer, prop covers, and a cage bag, all included with the price. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the video on the brand new Rider X. We're really excited about this machine, and if you're interested in trying out one or being able to fly one yourself, please reach out to any of our dealers located around the entire United States or reach out to Fly Products USA. We also carry a multitude of spare parts for this machine, and we're able to help you at every step of the way through your flying adventures.